Morning, welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. Hope you've had a good week. We're sort of nearly back to normal now with a Sunday morning podcast here from Mitcham. There's still a few of the Australian podcasts to come. A couple from Kevin Cannon, Andy Addercoat and Peter Schofield, I think, still got one to go. So we look forward to those over the next couple of weeks. Anyway, just going to bits that have arrived this week. We're back on the hunt for the heritage cards. These lovely player cards here. We've got Lindsay Klein there. What we got there? He is player number 35. Lindsay Klein, nice one there, nice signature, nice and central. So I imagine that would be quite highly prized as a sort of 3.5 or whatever it might be on the Richter scale. And another one there is who we got here. We've got Ron Gaunt there, and didn't play very many matches, Ron, but that's another nice card. He's number 33. Ron Gaunt, another nice one there with the sort of near enough centralised signature and whatever, so that would go well in the accreditation cards. So that's the two new ones for there. I'm just going to go back on some bits that I got from Australia, and thank you very much to James Merchant for these. You've got a nice little booklet there, test matches of 1954-55. Plenty of information there on the write ups of the teams and the matches, scorecards, things like that. So it's great information on that one there. Thanks, James. The first test match on there. So plenty of information on there on 54-55 test match. Test matches, should I say. And it's actually got a picture of Lords on there. Victory in Australia as well, which is rare these days, as we know. Another nice thing that James passed my way was this nice England's Test cricketers. On the face there is Norman Yardley, 1 and 3, that is. And I noticed Mike Down had one of these for sale on the other week, and it's photographs in this book are reproduced by Culture Sports and General. So there's some nice photographs in here actually. We've got Charlie Barnett there. Who else have we got there? Nice one there, Bill Edrich and Jack Eichen. They're quite nice, very nice photographs actually. Ken Cranston and Joe Hardstaff there. So some nice ones. On the back we've got a great Len Hutton there. You can see there is that arm's his left arm is slightly shorter than the right one after that accident he had in the war. Anyway, another nice thing that James gave me was this lovely Frank Tarrant by Mike Coward. Biography there, Cricket's Forgotten Pioneer. There we are. So that's a nice one there, and it's actually signed by Mike Coward there. So I'm looking forward to reading that actually. Quite a nice one there with Mike Coward, followed by Harsha Bogle. So very nice there. Frank Tarrant sort of features a little bit in a few bits and pieces I've got. It's a nice one there with his team that he took to India, 1935-36. This is on the Mongolia, fully signed. The team was sort of full of old boys and youngsters that never really made it. But lovely postcard there, and pretty rare as well. And that's got on there Tarrant's 11 and Treble A Whiskey, sponsored by there. Now you probably may know, but Megan Ponsford, Bill Ponsford's granddaughter, wrote a book on the 1935-36 tour to India. It's the first time Australia toured India, so some nice photographs there and an extremely well written book there by Megan, who we saw last year down at Hove, and she signed the book for me, so that was nice to get her to sign it. But that's quite an interesting book that. I took that on the plane with me to have a read, so that's a nice book there. And I'd like to thank Peter Lloyd actually for changing, when he wrote the Bert Folkall book, when it got delivered it was all bashed on the corners, so he done a good thing of replacing that with me with a lovely new one, and this one's number 36 out of 50, signed by Pat Rogers and Peter Lloyd there. So So not quite read all of that yet, Peter, but it's a nice book anyway, lovely production I have to say, and thanks for doing what you did there. So I'm just going to say that the one that's got a bit of a bash on it is going to go into the CMS auction, not auction, raffle, when we have the next meeting down at Hove. I've got other couple of bits, thanks to Andy for these. We've got a nice spoon there from the Bradburn Museum. Got the Bradburn Museum logo on the top there. It's a nice sort of stainless steel spoon. NCV on the back of there. I'm assuming that's the makers of the spoon, made in Australia. So quite a nice little spoon there. A lovely wine goblet there from it's Huon Pine, that is, Tasmanian. Lovely feel, feel to that all the way around. That very tactile to touch. So thanks for Andy for that. It's a nice, might have a glass of wine out of that later on perhaps. Yeah, it's a nice. So anyway, you may have seen on Facebook that I put some of my photographs from the Australian tour in one of these books. This is from Snapfish, and you can get loads. There's loads of people that do it. So, but I was quite pleased with the way this turned out. It's 100 photographs. There's the one that's on the front there. So very pleased with the way this has turned out. There's a nice meeting there we've got with Peter Lloyd and Craig there, Craig Hawkins, on at the Three Sisters, you know, Blue Mountains and that sort of stuff. And there's me feeding the king parrot there. Photographs have really been reproduced very well, I have to say. But the main things in this was the Bradburn Museum, which came out very well indeed, I have to say. The photographs of that. Well, there's 100 photographs in here. I may have said that before, but you might be able to get more with another company. But it did say there was 140 you could get, but it sort of peaked out at 100. So very pleased with that. And then where are we? We've got Archie Jackson's grave there, which is a nice reminder of a quite emotional day out there at Archie Jackson's grave, and also the great Victor Trumper's grave there. Nice photograph of the Harbour Bridge, what have you, and then going on to the Waverley Cemetery. So very pleased with that, I have to say. That's pretty good. Got the old gift that Craig and his wife gave me for leaving, my leaving present. So that was about 45 quid, I think that was. So I'm very pleased with that. That's in the Sydney Museum there, Sydney Cricket Ground Museum. Alan Davison on there. So it's quite a nice cover. So quite pleased to get all that. So about 45 quid, I think. That was 100 photographs. And it came back within a week. Very well produced, I have to say. You can get all sorts of things with Snapfish, but I was pleased with that. So anyway, that's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed that little podcast this week, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.